Hey, welcome on into the very first Zoom interview we've done here at Vanport Bowling News. I'm Jim Ferretti, and joining me now is Jimmy Maxwell. He is the tournament director for the brand new Columbia Gorge RTB tournaments. Is that right, Jimmy?
Yep. We're starting some RTBs up in the Columbia Gorge area. I've done quite a few RTBs in the past in other parts of Oregon, and we didn't really have much up this area, so I decided why not start it myself.
Right on. So, tell me about RTB. What is it all about?
It stands for Revolutionary Tournament Bowling. It's a nationwide type of format that is used. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head the other places that do it. It's a handicapped bowling format. It's open to anyone. It's kind of different than most types of tournaments you probably go to. With RTBs, your average will change over time based on how you do. So it's got like a changing, average as you go. And also, first place winners win shirts. That's something cool that I haven't seen any other places do either.
Absolutely. Now, of course, we have the RTB here in the Portland area.
Yep.
And we do a lot of tournaments all year long. Kind of the same format for you, though. It's going to have tournaments throughout the year.
That's the goal. I'm working pretty close with Andy, who's the tournament director there, on getting stuff started. And the first tournament or two kind of this year is kind of be an introductory, kind of get attention out there. And then we're going to hopefully have a full schedule out for next year. I'm already talking with some different bowling centers and getting stuff planned out.
Well, let me ask you about that, because when it comes to bowling centers here in the Portland area, of course, we don't have as many as we used to, but we do have a plethora of them. So I'm thinking in the Columbia Gorge, Eastern Oregon, you're a little more spread out there, aren't you?
Yep. This one that we've got planned in Pendleton is going to be our first. I'm already in talks with having the next one in Walla Walla. That's in the works. I'm working on getting some flyers made up for that. That's kind of gotten pushed through. But yeah, it's probably a little more spread out than what you guys are used to. But it's still much closer than the Portland area for a lot of the people out here.
Definitely. What kind of reception have you gotten so far? You've only mentioned this. You only announced this just a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's been a couple days. I think we've got 7 or 8 spots so far. We're doing doubles. I think we're hoping for 32 spots. So 8 after a couple days, not a bad start, especially with a lot of places not even started leagues yet. I talked to a couple places and they're going to announce it once leagues start up. And I think that'll really help get some attention.
No, absolutely. That will help you get a lot of attention there. And of course, talking with us, I hopefully will get you some more attention. Now, let me ask you, we have the RTB tournament here in Portland. Are us Portland bowlers allowed to come out there?
Definitely go for it. It's going to be, separate. Once we get a point system set up here, it's not going to be connected with the point system there. That way you guys can't be doubling up and demolishing the point system there. It's going to be, the same concept, but a different, like category kind of, it's going to be on its own, but still RTB. But yeah, definitely anyone can join.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get involved in this and why?
I myself am a director on our local association board. And so I've helped with several of our local association tournaments in the past. I've been part of the bowling community basically my whole life. My grandpa bowls, my dad bowls, my whole family bowls. So I've lived in bowled always. And when I realized how much they were lacking in this area is what really pushed me to try to start them out here. We only have 1 or 2 smaller tournaments a year, and they're usually like association type tournaments. Or we have some scratch tournaments more towards central Washington, or like RTBs in Portland. That's a 3-hour drive a lot of times.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So your first tournament again is coming up in Pendleton. Tell me a little bit about the bowling center it's at.
It's going to be at Quaking Aspen Lanes. That's going to be at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. I figured this would be a good starting point because it allows for people to stay the night, because it's some of it, hour, 2 hours of traveling. Some people wanted to have that as an option. And it was also a little bigger of a bowling center. So it'll still allow open play and other stuff to be going on, but it allows us to have a little more flexibility on time and lanes and stuff compared to a smaller or ma and pop type bowling center where they need that money to live. If anything weird happens, craziness, delays, it's at a casino. So they're a little more stable, and it allows for more options and people to come in and out and more changes to happen easily.
What is the entry fee?
It's going to be $80 a person, so 160 for the duo, and it's going to be 6 games, and then we're going to cut to a bracket style finale. The payouts are going to be 1 and 4 for the tournament, and the depending on signups will be the cut for the bracket or if you just get paid out.
All right. Now I'm just putting this out there because the idea just hit me. So once you get going and you really get a good role behind yourself and you get a lot of bowlers, could there ever be an RTB showdown between the Portland area and the Columbia Gorge?
Oh, I think for sure if we get enough interest, I definitely see that happening. I know we've already got, I think like 4 of the people signed up are coming from the RTBs in the Portland area.
Good.
I think very easily it could turn into, once we have it here, more people here go there, come here. Easier to set up some cross events for sure.
That's great to hear. All right. If people want more information about the RTB there in the Columbia Gorge, how do they get that?
We have a Facebook group, RTB Columbia Gorge. It's a smaller group, just started it, getting posts, into there. So I think we only have like 50 members. That's where we're going to post stuff starting out. And the first signups are going to go there. And then from there on to, other Facebook groups like Northwest Bowlers or whatever. So always our Facebook group first. That's the easiest spot where we're going to be posting. And that's where we're going to have our game updates and any changes or new scheduling.
Great. All right, Jimmy. Hey, I appreciate you taking time with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Best of luck. That is Jimmy Maxwell. He's the tournament director. The Columbia Gorge RTBs going to be starting here later on next month in Pendleton. Make sure you sign up for it now. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for watching.